Live from Thornbury Creek at Oneida, this is Locker Room with Local 5 Sports Director Bert Griffin. Now your host, Bert Griffin.
For the second straight week, the Packers had a walk-off game-winning field goal, but the victory might have come at a cost. That said, Matt LaFleur and company have found their backup quarterback. And now a showdown with the boys from Motown looms large at Lambeau Field. Get ready for another edition of Locker Room. Good evening and welcome to another edition of Locker Room. The kids are in the house. We've got little football guys. We've got big football guys and football fans in general. That's right, we are here at Locker Room for the show. Thornbury Creek is the place to be all season long. My co-host tonight is none other than Jared Bush. The green and gold right now, though, 6-2, looking good into that Sunday night showdown with Detroit at Lambeau Field. Please welcome former Super Bowl champion and defensive back for 9 years with the green and gold. He is Jared Bush.
How you doing?
What's up, buddy?
Glad to be here.
You're looking sharp as always. The crowd and anybody who watches this show knows that you're the best dressed guy on TV. But what did I tell you about wearing white?
Man, you know.
It messes with the camera, dude.
Yeah, I thought
Come
it was
on
fitting.
now.
You know, I thought it was fitting in the rotation. I definitely try to keep that going, and it's fall.
I didn't.
You know?
Wow, fall. I thought there was a wedding tonight or something.
I know.
Like,
I thought the white was good fitting, and
I'm just saying I didn't get a gift for you or anything. Like, I will now that I see you're wearing like a wedding outfit.
yeah. Well, Christmas is around the block, around the corner.
Bro,
so I
it
thought,
ain't even Halloween
Yeah,
yet.
not yet, but that's definitely one of my favorite holidays. I'm sure some of y'all's. So I'm just out here representing.
You're like Fleet Farm or Target or one of the or Home Depot. Like they've got the Christmas decorations up already.
Yes,
We
that's
haven't
what
even
I'm
gone
talking about.
trick-or-treating yet.
Yes, I'm
right,
ready.
man.
I'm ready for Christmas.
Enough about this beautiful wardrobe that
Oh,
you
appreciate
always
it.
have when you're on the show.
Yeah.
6-2. I mean, with the injuries, with Jordan Love, we'll get to the QB play in a moment, all of that. But 8 weeks into the season, one game before the bye, one of the best records in the NFL, a team that shows they can do it all, winning on the road, at home, tough conditions, missing guys. This just seems to be a really complete squad.
Yeah, and from top to bottom, Burke. And I love the depth that they're able to put on the product that they're able to put on the field, regardless of the injuries. Keyshawn Nixon as well as Quay Walker missing. You got Edgerrin Cooper playing phenomenal. I think I just want to start there. Just being a rookie and being able to handle that from the secondary to the front line. It's very difficult to come in and step in mid-season. As well as Jordan Love, I understand that he's battling some injuries. But one thing that we know Josh Jacobs is going to run that football, and the offensive line have created tremendous holes for that guy to run and be highly productive.
All right, quit looking ahead to the rundown that I have right here because you just mentioned everything that we're going
man.
to cover.
Two great minds
for
think alike.
For the second straight week, though, game-winning kick by Brandon McManus. As crazy as
Right?
yeah,
Go ahead.
right? Little
Yeah.
couple claps out there. I mean,
That guy.
give Brian Gutekunst credit because you know what? He hasn't been afraid to pull the trigger and like swallow his pride. Whatever. We drafted Anders Carlson. Big deal. We got these other two guys. Nope. Sorry, they're not working. We had Braden Narveson on the show. Great kid. Best of luck to him.
Yep.
Same thing with Anders. However, you've got a wily veteran who literally has walked in the door and kicked 2 game winners back to back, like ice in his veins.
Ice in his veins. I mean, you might as well get the needle ready every time the game-winning field goal is coming up. And I love it. And there's no better position that I think that kicker that we want him would be in. And I'm very thankful, very grateful that he was available, and it worked out.
And look, I think in the past, people, Mason Crosby. Remember, he had like one bad year, and then he had 5 great ones or whatever. Then he got a little down, and then bam, he picked it up again. Stability at that position is taken for granted on special teams, and you know that because that's how you made this team.
Agreed, Bert. The kicker is definitely one of the most underrated positions on the football field. Why? Because you barely see him throughout practice and throughout the week. But somehow he's over in the corner kicking field goals through these yellow uprights, and so when you do get his moment, it definitely magnifies the game. And I can't emphasize that enough. I wish they would put a little bit more value in the position because clearly it can be game-changing or it can be devastating.
Well, and It's like goalie in hockey or soccer. They really remember you when you screw up. But when you win, it gets taken for granted, and they might go pat on the back here and there. But it's something that all coaches know.
Yeah.
If you got a good one, you keep them. That's for sure.
For
All
sure.
right, let's talk about Jordan Love. His injury. We both know that in the game of football, when you hurt something, whether it's your left knee, sometimes you start compensating. Not saying that's what he did. I don't know. But if he goes from a knee injury to a groin thing, and you could tell right from the beginning of the game, when he got dinged up, it kind of was, you'd see the replays, and you could see him hobble a little. And are you surprised that he didn't come back into the game? And if it's only a 1-week deal, do you sit him against Detroit, the bye week, and then just be fresh coming back against the Bears? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a great question, Burke. And I think the only person that knows is Jordan Love and probably the training staff. And I think you got to take it by day. I think as Jordan Love, I think he definitely wants to be that reliability factor. I think that's one of the biggest things being a player is that you're knowing that 10 is going to be on the football field. As 24, I always knew that 24, the coaches knew that 24 was going to suit up.
Right.
And so there is that Iron Man mentality that, you know, if you want to talk about some of the Brett Favres or the Aaron Rodgers that paved the way in the sense of like the durability that you want to see in a quarterback. And so I think now he's in the test phase right now. You know, we want to see, you know, how quickly he's going to step back onto that field, and then when he does step back on the field, what type of mindset is he going to have? Is he going to be gun shy, or is he going to kind of let it loose?
Well, I ask because the very first game I covered professionally on the football field in 1995 was Packers-Bears. Brett Favre, 5 touchdown passes, 35-28. But, dude, his ankle was like this big. He had tape around it, and we all know what was going on in his life at that time.
Right.
He did everything he could to get out there on the field.
For sure.
Aaron Rodgers missed a bunch of time. Broken collarbone, bad knee, bad heel, calf, whatever. You just invested $220 million, though, in Jordan Love. So you know what? This Detroit game is huge, but it ain't the end of the world if he doesn't play.
This is true, Burke. And, yeah, I mean, I think you got to take it day by day, see what the scans look like, see how bad it is or how good it is. I think you try to play it neutral. And each time he wakes up, you got to really take that analysis or evaluate him to see if he can play. Only he can kind of give that green light. Pat McKenzie, he's a great guy. He looks at it from a father standpoint. He's very conservative. But I can remember having a ton of tough conversations, Burke, where I was like, hey, either Jared, we're going to plan on sitting you. I'm like, wait, hold on, Doc. No, these are the Bears, or it's going to be Detroit. Like, we need this game to get to the playoffs. And so that conversation is going to be behind closed doors, just so everybody knows. And so he's going to have to go in there and talk to the doctor, and he's going to have to give that evaluation if he can play. And so Doc McKenzie's going to give that synopsis, and Jordan Love is going to either go against it or go with it. And so that's kind of the breakdown and mechanics of that conversation behind closed doors, just so people of the public are aware.
The best part about your response there was the fact that you sounded like Mike McCarthy saying Detroit. Not Detroit. Detroit. Hey, look, I think Malik Willis has proven that he's a baller. And Matt LaFleur and him can get together on short notice and just say, let's go. We're going to do this. It might look a little different, but either way. Real quick, defensively, Jeff Hafley and his 4-3 defense, they continue to show different things and utilize their guys with their unique strengths.
Yeah, I think they've been great. I think just why I want to give some nuggets to the offense. I think people are concerned about Rashawn Gary and what the front seven are doing. I think they've been chipping some of the running backs, kind of giving the offense a little bit more protection. So if you're not seeing a ton of production from Rashawn Gary or some of the front seven, that's probably the reason why. Like I said, it doesn't happen all the time. But I just want to address that issue as well as the secondary. I definitely feel like there could be more contested throws or more competitive throws, getting their hand in the basket, knocking the ball away. I think there are a lot of passes, Burke, just watching some of the film.
All right, time now for our pivotal performance powered by IBEW Local 158. I believe it's pretty clear why the Packers went out and brought in Josh Jacobs. 25 carries, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns, including a 38-yard score, which was blocked perfectly by the entire offense. Jacobs right now 4th in the NFL in rushing yards, currently on pace to get over 1,300 this season. Josh Jacobs with our pivotal performance powered by IBEW Local 158. And I see you moving.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he's such a good one cut and go guy.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, he sees that little seam,
Yeah.
and he's getting, instead of 3, he's getting 5.
Yeah.
Instead of 7, he's getting 10.
Yeah.
And if he gets to that second level, look out.
Oh, look out, baby. That one, the one he broke, he literally broke the Jaguars defender's ankles, and he fell over, and I was like, woo! Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And he did it a couple drives before, but he fell down. And
Yeah.
so he came up that same, I think it's the same play, I'm not sure, but he broke his ankles and he got scot-free, and he chucked the deuces just like
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill did. And I was like, wow, that was a phenomenal running play.
All right, when we come back, we'll have plenty more on Locker Room right here at Thornberry Creek. He is Super Bowl champion Jared Bush. I'm Burke Griffin. You're watching the show. We'll have a one-on-one with Dontavian Wicks coming up. Welcome back to Locker Room. It is Halloween week. Larry recovering from hip surgery. He's one of the regulars for years and years and years. And look what his folks got. Hi, Larry, Tom, Nancy, Bev, Rick, Sally, Roger, Bonnie, everybody. They are regulars at the show. We wouldn't be this if it wasn't for them coming here. Larry, get well. We'll see you soon. Take care of that hip.
For sure, yeah.
Having some hip replacement
Some hip
surgery.
replacements, I guess. And we got to get this guy a meal. I don't know what it is, but hey, you know?
Yeah.
But hey, Larry, we miss you. Can't wait to see you again.
We'll see him shortly soon.
Yeah.
That's not Larry, everyone, just so you know. It's Halloween week. It's in 2 days. We get it. It's Thursday, but we're kind of folks are celebrating it early, just like they did in every bar in Titletown or Wisconsin on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Detroit's coming to town. We'll talk about the Lions a little bit more, but when it comes to this team and young pass receivers, and I'm talking running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends.
Yep.
Right now, Jaden Reed, like when people talk about a wide receiver number one, oh, Christian Watson, is he the guy? Okay, he's hurt. We have to move this guy. Romeo Doubs. Jaden Reed continues to shine in so many ways. They have a plethora of problems in a good way, don't they?
Yeah, they do. He can take the ball out of the backfield, kind of like Randall Cobb did. He can take the slant and take it 60. He takes the end around. I mean, he can run the route tree, and that's what you want to see in a receiver, as well as you gotta notice that the stature isn't typically there in a prototypical receiver, but the mentality, the heart, the determination, as well as the run after the catch aspect, bar none.
Right.
I tip my hat off to him.
Well, look, we gave our pivotal performance to Josh Jacobs for his effort on the ground.
Right.
Could have gone to Edgerrin Cooper for that fumble on sacking the quarterback. Devontae Wyatt smashing that lineman out of the way and falling on the football. Or late in the game, Malik Willis on that throw to Jaden Reed to set up that game-winning field goal. Here's what they had to say about that late game performance.
Not only was it a can play, but it was a play that we didn't even have up in the game plan. That we talked about it on Tuesday. We thought there might be something there, decided against it, so we put it in on the sideline. So no reps in practice. I think that's a big-time credit to our guys.
Like I said, the mental reps, watching Jordan go out and do it every week, and he does a great job. As you see in the last game, we go and get that drive that set up the game-winning field goal. So that was awesome.
All right, he's just one guy, Jaden Reed, but how about Tucker Kraft? I mean, beside Travis Kelce and George Kittle, is there anybody playing that position at tight end better than him in the NFL right now?
No, and that phenomenal catch, as well as this past game, and then taking the distance. I love the stiff arm and being able to run away and being agile in that and being nimble, phenomenal. And being a fellow blocker in the trenches. Hey, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that is a phenomenal athlete right there. To be able to be in the trenches and be able to be like a receiver type player, bar none, I think definitely one of the most versatile players on the football field. Jordan Love, I hope he definitely continues to utilize him because I look forward to it as well.
All right, here's more on Tucker Kraft, the current tight end, making the most noise in the league at his position.
Happy to be part of what we just did on the field. We got to get back tomorrow, and we need to start taking accountability for what's going on with our offense early in the half. We gotta start holding each other more accountable. I mean, I haven't even looked at the film yet. There's errors by everybody on the field. No one can play a perfect game. we're on the road to getting better.
It's going to be fun to see him improve down the line, and just one of many youngsters earning contracts big time down the road, whether it's here in Green Bay or somewhere else.
For sure. I mean, he's a big surface area guy, a big wide radius, and I think as a quarterback, if I'm Jordan Love, I definitely love that radius. I can put it behind, I can put it up, and he can also basketball people too, Burke, in the end zone, which I can't wait to see because he's 6'5", 6'6". He's just like a basketball player. Just throw it up, alley-oop.
He's tough.
Yeah.
And he's got good hands,
yeah,
too.
For sure.
Beast blocking, great pass catcher.
Beast
as
mode
well.
tight end.
All right, when we come back, we'll have our one-on-one in the zone with Cameron Azaire. We'll have our keys to the game. But first, it's time for our Easy Tab Fan Cam. Look at the boys. Hey, oh, football. We love it. You love it. You know it. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to Locker Room right here at Thornberry Creek. Packer football is the name of the game. Big shout out to Joanne Leffler. I'm not going to say it, Jarrett. You go ahead.
Hey, big shout out to Miss Joanne Leffler. It's
Happy
60th birthday. Happy birthday, girl. You look 34, girl. You look real good. Love it.
I'm just going to say this one time. There's a number on this sheet here, but I'm not going to show it. Happy 39th birthday, young lady.
39.
Right?
You look 39. Fine wine, girl.
You
got it.
better not, I'm not going to say the real age, right?
Yeah, definitely. My mom taught me better, bro.
All right, it is time to go in the zone, as we do every week, into the Packers locker room, presented by Oneida Nation and Thornberry Creek. Here is Cameron Azaire.
Here with Packers wide receiver Dontavian Wicks. Tay, how has this wide receiver room gelled even more than they had last season? It seems like the chemistry is there even more than a season ago.
I would say we all connected, real connected. All want to see each other ball. We all know what each other can do, so that helped the flow of the room. We got a lot of energy in the room, a lot of fun people to be around. So I think it's a big spark on the offense.
Last season, your rookie year, now going into year number 2 and now halfway through it. What have you learned about your game? How do you feel like it's grown individually?
I learned a lot over the time being in the league. The biggest thing is, locking in on the details, sticking to what I know, playing fast, attacking. I learned that too. Once you attack, it's easy to win.
Have you learned the whole work-life balance thing? When you were in the NFL last year, I feel like a lot of it is I want to focus on the game 100%. Have you kind of learned how to juggle life and playing in the NFL?
Yeah, I'm getting that down now. Having that routine, knowing what I want to do, and knowing when to take my mind off it, so I can have a little time outside of football.
Any hobbies you've picked up around the Green Bay area now that you know it a little bit more?
Nah, I still haven't got out around Green Bay. I'm working on that though. I met a couple people out here that give me some ideas and options. So I'm gonna start trying out things this year.
Do you have one in mind? One option that they've given you?
Ice fishing.
Ice fishing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. They say it's boring, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see what it's like, cause living in Louisiana, coming up in Louisiana, it ain't no ice, so I'm gonna have to try that out.
How do you not like that guy?
Yeah, ice fishing. How about that?
Well, plenty more on Locker Room coming up after the break, folks. Welcome back to Locker Room. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by the Dispensary First and Force. Get to Jared Goff. He's got 13 touchdowns with just 4 interceptions. Establish the run with Josh Jacobs and whoever runs the football. And get loud, Lambo.
Get
right,
loud.
let's go.
Get freaking loud. We got to stop Amon St. Brown. We got to stop that guy.
For Jared Bush, I'm Bert Griffin. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Locker Room. We'll see you next week.